I can guarantee I'd do it again, and sooner or later I would kill another child.
On January 5th, 1993, the state of Washington witnessed a significant event as Wesley Allen Dodd became the first person to be legally executed in the state since 1963. Dodd's crimes shocked the nation, and his disturbing past raised many questions about the factors that led to his heinous actions. Today, we delve into the depths of his sick mind and uncover the unsettling truths surrounding his life. A troubled childhood. Wesley Allen Dodd entered the world on July 3rd, 1961, in Toppenish, a small farming town in Washington. However, behind the seemingly ordinary exterior of his family life, a troubling narrative unfolded. Dodd's upbringing was marred by instability and a notable absence of emotional support within his household. Dodd's father earned a living as a dairy truck driver, while his mother dedicated her time to homemaking. On the surface, they appeared to be an average family, but according to social workers and family members, a lack of love and emotional stability permeated their lives. The Dodd family frequently relocated throughout eastern Washington, struggling to establish a sense of stability that Dodd desperately longed for. Therese, a social worker for the Washington State Supreme Court, described Dodd's upbringing as a household devoid of love. Dodd's youngest sister supported this claim, stating that although they were never physically abused and had their basic needs met, there was a palpable absence of family bonds and affection. Dodd's brother shared that he was often teased and bullied by other children, which likely fueled his growing resentment towards them. His later acts of violence can be seen as a twisted form of revenge against the children who had tormented him. At the age of 13, Dodd's deviant behavior began to manifest. He started exposing himself to children through his bedroom window, and the following year, he had harassed two of his younger cousins, aged 6 and 8. Despite being apprehended and ordered to attend counseling, Dodd's troubling actions persisted. Throughout his adolescence, Dodd continued to engage in predatory behavior, offering to babysit neighborhood children only to harass them while they slept. Despite several arrests for molesting or attempting to molest children, the counseling he received failed to prevent him from reoffending. Early signs of disturbing behavior. Dodd's disturbing behavior emerged at a young age. As a teenager, he began exposing himself to children and harassing his younger cousins. Despite interventions and counseling, his heinous acts continued throughout his adolescence. Dodd's criminal record reveals multiple arrests for molesting or attempting to molest children. Dodd's troubled past and his experiences of being teased by other children may have fueled his later acts of revenge. His hatred towards children escalated, leading him down a dark and violent path. A reign of terror. Between 1988 and 1989, Wesley Allen Dodd embarked on a horrifying reign of terror that sent shockwaves throughout the community. His victims were innocent young boys aged between 2 and 10 years old, whose lives were tragically cut short by his depraved acts. Dodd's modus operandi was as disturbing as it was calculated. He would lure children with promises of money or toys, exploiting their innocence and trust. Once he had gained their confidence, he subjected them to unspeakable acts of sexual abuse, inflicting unimaginable pain and trauma upon them. Tragically, Dodd's crimes came to light when he abducted 3 young brothers, Cole, William, and Jason, near a movie theater in Vancouver, Washington. The abduction sent shockwaves throughout the community, igniting a desperate search for the missing boys. The following day, their worst fears were realized when the lifeless bodies of Cole, William, and Jason were discovered. The heart-wrenching discovery sent shockwaves of grief and horror throughout the community, forever changing the lives of their families and leaving an indelible mark on the collective conscience of the public. Capture and confessions. Wesley Allen Dodd's reign of terror finally came to an end when law enforcement apprehended him in Camas, Washington. He was captured in the act of attempting to abduct another innocent child, bringing an abrupt halt to his heinous activities. Once in custody, Dodd did not hesitate to confess to the horrific murders of the 3 young brothers. In a chilling revelation, he revealed the extent of his monstrous acts, exposing the depths of his depravity. The investigation took a grim turn when a search of Dodd's residence yielded a horrifying array of evidence. Among the discoveries were photographs of his victims, chilling diaries chronicling his twisted thoughts, and even a homemade torture rack. The sheer magnitude of his crimes sent shockwaves throughout the community, leaving them grappling with the incomprehensible horrors that had unfolded in their midst. The evidence found in Dodd's possession served as a haunting testament to the depths of his malevolence and the calculated nature of his crimes. The community was left reeling, grappling with the realization that such darkness could exist within their midst. Wesley Allen Dodd's capture and subsequent confessions brought a mix of relief and anguish to the community. While his arrest ensured that he would no longer pose a threat to innocent children, the revelation of the extent of his crimes served as a chilling reminder of the evil that can lurk in the shadows. The pursuit of justice. As Wesley Allen Dodd's court proceedings unfolded, a haunting request echoed through the courtroom. Dodd made a chilling plea to be executed by hanging, the same method by which one of his victims, Lee Ezeli, tragically perished. In his disturbed mind, Dodd believed that his own execution would bring peace and closure to the families of his victims. This haunting request served as a stark reminder of the depth of Dodd's twisted physique and the profound impact his crimes had on his own perception of justice. It left both the courtroom and the community grappling with the complexity of his motivations and the unimaginable pain experienced by the families affected by his heinous acts. Ultimately, justice was served as Dodd was sentenced to death for his unspeakable crimes. The jury's decision marked a significant moment in the history of the state, reflecting society's collective determination to hold those responsible for such atrocities fully accountable for their actions. Dodd's sentence served as a powerful testament to the unwavering pursuit of justice and the resolute stance against acts of unimaginable evil. It stood as a beacon of hope for the families of the victims, offering them some semblance of closure and the assurance that their loved ones would be remembered through the lens of justice. The execution of Wesley Allen Dodd marked a significant milestone in the state's history. It symbolized society's unwavering commitment to protect its most vulnerable members and standing up against those who perpetrate unspeakable acts of violence. The chilling saga of Wesley Allen Dodd's reign of terror came to an end with the sentence of death. The families of his victims could finally begin the painful process of healing, knowing that justice had been served. The case of Wesley Allen Dodd sheds light on the darkest corners of the human mind. It reminds us of the importance of early intervention, support systems, and vigilance to prevent such tragedies from occurring. May the memories of the innocent victims live on, and may their families find solace and healing in the pursuit of justice.